Yeah, a big welcome to all the zodiac signs, but particularly a big welcome to you, my dear Taurus. The sun in Aquarius and the moon in your sign, we all feel that energy, but you particularly feel that the strongest because the moon is our inner world, the moon is our intuition, the moon is that which comes such strongly as that hinge, as that je ne sais quoi in French, this like I know, right? And Aquarius is the purpose, Aquarius is the light, Aquarius is the star that's coming down, and the sun is a star, so the star and the sun is the same. And it's just the sun is so close, we can see it, it's round, and the stars that further away, we can only see them as the light rays that they are emitting. That's how far away they are. And the sun highlighting now the moon, which is then in your sign, in the Hierophant, and it's opposites. This is air and this is earth, and the church is not ready to let go to this new age that is coming to us. The church likes to hold on. The church is a triangle, and the church is all about value, and this value hasn't established yet, even though this is much older than this little bit of religion, though it's 2000 years old. And this big cycle that goes backwards through the 12 zodiac signs is touching upon you, is talking to you. So Aquarius is influencing you, the internet is influencing you and shifting your perspective, and you got to wake up and you got to change the way you see things. Now in your last reading, I think that was all about you found your true value, you found the empowering self of you because your own Hierophant card came up, and that self-worth or that true value of yours is empowering and liberating. And that was because the sun was in Capricorn, which was also an earth sign, and now with the air sign things are shifting and things are changing, and you might not feel so comfortable with that. So we will see in a minute. The yoga card that I have for the Aquarius is the falling star, which is side plank with one foot up in the air, so you're almost creating here like a star coming down and shining like a star yourself. Allow yourself to shine like a star. You, it's all about the number 3, so I made this movement. Inhale up, this is to the High Priestess. Exhale with Namaste, you're bowing down. You're bowing down to yourself, and then found the true value in the earth, in the ground, in that I bow down to the earth and I come back up to get the information that wants to come down. And here in the center I find the awareness, the number 3 in this 3, the 3 crosses, the 3 stages. Here everywhere is the number 3 because it's that body, mind and soul connection. And so the movement is important to you. It's really good that you move and not stay sitting here on your throne and think you already know everything. No, you got to move. You got to see that a new age is coming and that you got to adapt to that. The court card that is very typical for the Taurus is the King of Pentacles. If your birthday is between April 10 and May 9th, this is your court card. If you have your birthday later, then it's the Knight of Swords. And before that, it's the Queen of Wands. So please look in the description box below. Good, let's begin. The first card that I got for you is from, I have all my books here, is from the Medicine Woman. I always take this native Indian approach ahead of your court card, and the first card that literally flew out of the deck when I shuffled was the Seed. These are German cards, but I have the English book here to read to you. The Seed, the Fool, the beginning. You planted your seed so that you can sit here, that you can be rich, that you can be that empowered human being, but you already kind of know it keeps going. Your gaze is already towards the future. You are looking down to the Pentacles, you're looking down to all the work that you've done, and you've done your work, right? You have done everything, but there is something new wanting to come to you, because the Fool is that I want to have a new way of how this woman is throwing the seeds out, and it's the wind that blows them away, which is Aquarius, the star, and the sun is a star. You are ready to allow this new age of Aquarius to influence you and to carry you forward. There are new seeds that are planted. There are new ways of how you can do it. The journey begins. Infinite am I flowing, infinite am I growing, infinite am I continuously beginning new. The next card that then comes to this story is an oracle card. It's not a tarot card, so an oracle card has a different meaning in it, and this is the card speaking to you. These cards are made of fabric and then photographed, and it's very interesting because the beautiful thing is when a card gives you again and again a new meaning, it gives you again and again a new story that you can read in it. So have a look. As you can see, there is this young personality. The Fool is always this innocent idea, this innocent creative idea that now has placed itself and has become roots, and something is looking at us, or he is slightly looking back, and I think he wants to move forward. Now the word here is explore. Trust your imagination to help you journey through your inner landscape to find what you seek. The number 8, the infinite symbol of also the Strength card in the Tarot. The number 8, empowering you, the Earth Star. The number 8 is the Earth Star, is that star that is coming down. The number 8, the star that is here on the ground, because the Aquarian energy is opposite of Leo. And Leo is that energy that we need to learn to embrace, and that's the number 8. So here you are, called upon to explore, because that's why you have the Fool, to explore new territory, new ways of going about your journey, using your imagination, and going through an inner landscape that knows the path. The seed, once you release the seed, it knows how to grow. So all you need to do is to trust that this seed is here for you and will land where it's supposed to land. So trust, and you sit and you trust. You are one of the most trusting personalities. You are very strong as that Taurus energy. Then comes the 6 of inspiration. And that's Jupiter in Leo, and we know that the 8, Leo, is the number 8. And you are ready to take the path. You are ready to go forward. You're ready to use the stars, the creativity of the star that is now highlighting you, so that you yourself can become a star. And you have the star up here, the hexagram, and you are allowing yourself to explore the victory of when you do new things. They enrich you and they enliven you and they give you a new self-worth, because you had your true value, you had your true self-worth. Now what are you going to do with it? You got to go move forward, and that's what's happening now. You're moving forward. You're ready to take this journey. And the beautiful thing is you are getting Leo coming to you. You are getting the strength to the number 8. You have the number 8. And of course, this is also a number 8. Card number 17 is an 8. And these are opposite of each other. The star, the Aquarian, and the Leo are opposite. And the extreme opposite is something that is difficult for you to understand. But that's where you learn the most. And you are now encouraged through Leo, maybe through a Leo person, also to go and take this empowerment. Jupiter is shifting and the wheel of fortune, and you are ready to go on this journey. You are ready to refill yourself, because then comes the 5 of materials, which is Mercury in Taurus. So Mercury in Taurus is the communication, is sometimes that you feel a little lost, but you don't have to worry, because you got right away the star coming to you. If you feel that this is framing you, Leo and the star, these extreme opposites of people of this day, like today is the sun in Aquarius, but the moon in your sign, and the opposite is Leo here, and you sometimes feel lost in between these extreme opposite behaviors of people. You're like, what is really going on, right? Because it's not easy to understand the light when you're in the dark. It's not easy to understand the dark when you're in the light. So it's almost like there's an oxymoron happening when Leo and when the star are together. And that's, we can see with the 5 of Pentacles. It's almost like there is this difficulty of communication. It's something is not all right, between Leo and the star. It's almost like they're so extremely opposite of each other, they don't even know what to say to each other. And I think that's what the 5 of materials means, that sometimes when you are between these two people, that you feel left out in the conversation, that you feel like you don't even know what to say, because the Mercury is that communication, and here you are right between two of these extreme opposites. Then you got the bee. The bee is buzzing. So there is something buzzing in your life, and it's an air sign, of course. And that's connected then with the Aquarian age. Aquarius is an air sign. Earnest, hardworking, and democratic. When in balance, content, active, and vibrant. And we can see the bee is buzzing, the bee is creating a wave. A small bee has created a big movement, because people realize the bee, the work of the bee is to pollinate and to give us the foods that we eat every summer. The bee personality is a delight to be around, especially when there's a team project on the horizon. Bees love to work steadily and thoughtfully until the final task is complete. They are sensitive creatures aware of many subtleties at once. So, as I said, you are moving forward, you are creating, and she is also remembering that you planted the seed, that you did something, so she has food, and she will give you thanks by showing up in your reading. The bee is a grateful animal. The bee is connected with the Emperor and the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is a structure. The bee is here for others, the queen bee for sure. And the bees are working tirelessly for the pollination, for that life continues. I mean, a small creature like that is so important that if she dies, we die. We have no more food. I mean, it's a serious message coming here to you, that you are the keeper of this. You are the one that understands this. You understand that we got to do something about it. And so you get inspired. You get inspired to look forward, to explore new ways of creating a victory with Leo within the summer, where we then harvest the fruits and we can understand that there is a bigger message behind this than just people or situations, that the Leo Aquarian constellation opposite each other. It's like there is difficulty to understand each other because one is fire and the other one is air, and you are right in between, the earth. Without the earth, we could not live here. And that's why the bee has come to you. Now, if you do that, you got another very powerful message right after that. If you do that, you get the cosmic egg, which is the 7th chakra, which is a spiritual animal, which is not anymore air or water or fire or earth. This is spirit. And this is the completion, this is the harmony, and the infinite within the finite. So the cosmic egg is the final card in the journey of the animal spirit deck. And it represents the unfolding of cosmic consciousness. This state emerges after we have tread the path for quite some time, and through self-effort and grace we experience self-realization. So, wow, this is beautiful, right? So you are, just by understanding this small little bee, you are understanding everything else. By having compassion for this animal, you will have a glimpse into what it means this higher consciousness is wanting to give to us, or is wanting to show to us. Because then after that comes the breath. The breath with the heartbeat, the life. The heart is connected to Leo, and the heart is beating at the core of your message. The heart and the breath sustain each other, and the heart is here giving you an understanding of a deeper, deeper, deeper love, and the breath is giving you an understanding of all the energies that are waiting for you to still be explored, because the journey never ends. I mean, that's sometimes when I put that sentence into my head, I think I could go crazy. But of course, I'm in this finite energy, so sometimes I feel like, okay, yeah, there is an end to my life. There is an end eventually, but then there is another beginning right away. And this is what the heartbeat, that ba-boom, ba-boom, is saying, that buzz. There is a buzz about you being awakened. There's a buzz that you have understood something. There is something coming very beautiful and loving to you, which is then something that you can build upon, because you want to build upon, because you got the Fool, you got the new beginning, you got a journey to explore, to look forward to. You're looking forward into the future because you have taken care in your past lives about the earth. You've been there. And so now this is coming to you and speaking to you. And here's the number 27, the number 9, and the number 4. 4 is a stability again, to rebuild, to restart. The number 9 is like you have now really learned through these two energies that something is coming to a connection between the breath and the life. And of course there is a heart in it. There is a heart that's beating, and the heart is the Leo, right? Opposite of Aquarius, our star, our sun right now. Then came a very interesting message, which is the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords, which is then the date after the King of Pentacles. So maybe if your birthday is more than that, then you are a Taurus. You have that as your major arcana, but as a court card you have this one. It can be, but maybe you, because the bee is coming to you and is literally looking at you. You see that? You are awakening, you are getting up, and you are realizing that you got to continue the path. There is no such thing as having arrived. There is no such thing as, yes, now it's all perfect. The journey continues. We've got to continue to work on ourselves, and that's what this card is saying, that you continue to learn how to bring now this energy to the people. If you have reached this, doesn't mean that the people out there are all peaceful now. You are peaceful, and that is helping you to go through the life, through the breath of life, that is helping you to build with the atoms a new consciousness, so that you even understand what it means to be now a Queen of Swords that is learning with this one bird above her that things are shifting. And now the 10 of Wands, which is Saturn in Sagittarius, is you've done enough, you coming down, and you find this one bird, you find this one thought, you find this one truth, which is really, really important. You have to find this one truth, because here comes the Sun in Scorpio, which is opposite of you and the Sun. So this is where you find again a very strong liberation, a very strong arrival, a very strong, this is where I want to be, in a childhood setting that is setting you free, that is giving you the friendships, it's giving you the people, that's giving you the third eye, that's giving you a consciousness where you can connect with the people, with my dear friends. And this is the number 47, which is a portal, which is the number 11. So the 10, 11, right? You go here from the 6 of Cups to the 10 to the 11. So you are literally going forward with continuing the consciousness that you have experienced by continuously being aware of the smaller creatures, by continuously seeing that these opposite energies creating a cycle. These opposite energies are helping you to understand that all the stars are working together, that all the zodiac signs working together, and this cycle of the six, the hexagram, the cycle where the star comes down and shifts through the hexagram, shifts through that consciousness, bringing a new awareness to the people who feel left out, like you sometimes. But you don't have to worry about that, because the path is that everything repeats itself again and again and again, and every cycle again and again the next generation has to learn the same again and again. There's no end to it. That, like I said, there's no end to it. And so you see that, you start seeing that, because from above, from the bird perspective, you see that you continue, you went up to the mountain, you did all the work that you had to do, but now you have to come back again, down, and you have to go back up again, and you go down again. And then you go forward, you're running after this one thought, and you will start realizing that opposite of your sign is the Scorpio. Opposite is again this new learning. This child is learning to understand this whole path from childhood to again and again. There is a learning, an understanding, a growing into your own power, a growing into these portals of the number 11. Here's the 11, here's the 1, which is a 10. So there's three times the empowerment here inside of yourself. The empowerment through Leo, the empowerment to wake up and to realize that these opposite signs, that this opposite, right? Because this is Taurus and this is Sun in Scorpio. Everything has an opposite, and each opposite is so opposite, it's difficult to understand it. But I think you're starting to learn and to realize that this is the message for today, that you are awakening, that you are learning, that the small little seeds that you planted is giving you now the empowerment to really have a cosmic experience, to really have an awakening, to really have a deeper understanding of what all of this is about. It's about that Aquarius is highlighting you. Aquarius is the star. Aquarius is that hexagram. From the hexagram you get the information. From the 6, from the 2, you have 2, 6. You have a portal here. 6, 6 portal. And you have 8, 8, 8 portal. You have the 8, the number 8. You have the 8. And again you have an 8. Wow. So the portals, use the portals to go into this higher consciousness. Use the portal, use the circle, use the 0, use the 11, use the 6, 6, use the 8, 8, 8. You understand that everything has its cycle and you are gonna be just fine. So that's just a really beautiful message. I mean, I can see the message from me here as well, very clearly. I have to learn myself as well. Each reading for me is a message as well, So I hope I see you in the next reading, because then the sun goes into Pisces and is teaching us again to look deep within. We will see then the message from here, how it moves forward. Until then, I thank you so much for watching. Namaste.